Welcome, you guys. It's opening day.
Yes, welcome.
We are here, baby.
Welcome to the return. I'm Josh Cribbs.
And I'm Maria Cribbs, and welcome to home day. It's the home opener, Josh. It's a cold day.
Yes, it is the home day. I'm excited, right?
Well, let me just say where we're at. First of all, we're at the Thirsty Parrot. We're airing live, and our friends from Kaulig Companies, they invited us here. You remember last year?
Right.
We went to the golf championship,
Yeah,
baby.
that awesome setup.
And I was on the green. I won. They didn't air that part when I won the championship. Y'all didn't see that part.
You won what championship? What
When I was
did you
out
win?
there on the green, remember?
No, I don't.
Oh,
You're going to have to refresh my memory.
Because all the concussions, you probably
I was just
forgot.
about to say, is this am I too much a product of the NFL
No.
that I don't remember?
Totally did
Something
not
like
happen.
this?
But we're here, baby. We're outside in the elements. And I will say this. I was upset at first because I'm like, you know what? Maria doesn't do the cold. I said on our show yesterday, I cannot stand being cold. But it's for a good cause. It's opening day, baby.
You know what?
The Guardians face the White Sox.
You were staying inside the car.
Our car's right there.
Are we done yet? Are we ready for us? Go ahead and set up. I'm gonna stay here.
Right.
No, this is
It's not
what
too
it
bad,
means.
though.
This is fandom right here.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Yeah.
If you call yourself a fan, and if you are from Cleveland, you already know what it is. That's why I keep telling you, stop pretending like it's not going to be 75 degrees one day, and then the next day it's not going to be frozen solid.
The next day it's going to be 2 degrees.
Like,
right.
stop pretending that it's not going to be the case.
Right, but can I just say this? Downtown is a vibe. Now, if y'all don't know about the Thirsty Parrot, it goes down. It's right across the street from Progressive Field. So, you know, you get all the action when people
Yeah,
go
it's
to the
a nice
Cavs
flow.
games, you go
Right.
to the Guardians games.
You just want to come over here and people watch.
Because I'm thinking, it's happy hour somewhere, right? I know a beer keeps you warm, right?
Alcohol keeps you warm.
Server.
What time is it?
I know. It is. What time is it?
That's how you know
It's
when you're
almost 11 o'clock. It's almost
legit
afternoon.
fan, because when it's a game, it doesn't matter when you start drinking. It's like that's the excuse that you can use. Oh, it's a game today.
Yeah,
It's 7:30 a.m.
I need my electrolytes.
It's a game.
That Miller Lite, the electrolytes.
They don't play until 4. It's 7, 8. It's a game still, and you waste.
Hold on, okay, so Josh,
You
if
waste
the
it.
game starts at 4, I think they face the White Sox at 4:10 this afternoon. If the game starts at 4, how early should you pregame?
When you get up.
People got to work today, Josh. It's Tuesday.
Look, you go to work with your outfit on, with your gear
All
on.
day.
Your boss already, your guards, okay, all right. And they might have something on too. A lot of times in Cleveland, they have the outfit, the attire, the game day.
All day long.
that you can wear. Some cool places have that.
But let me just tell you this. When we travel, because we travel pretty frequently, when you go to certain cities, they don't rep it like we do.
Okay.
It'll be game, like we down in Miami.
You're right.
It'll be game day. You see no jerseys.
Miami is like,
You be in L.A.
I think because those places are too much of a tourist attraction, like you don't get that good fandom.
Don't be shady. Cleveland's a tourist attraction.
Well, for the
don't
Hall
be
of
shading
Fame,
us. You hear that shade?
That's not shade.
People come here for the Hall of Fame.
I'm just being real. Like, I love Cleveland.
I know what you're saying, though.
Right? You can't get me to leave. You the one like, She made a post the other day talking about, it's April. It's snowing and we got to leave. We got to leave Cleveland. I'm like, no, you're not leaving Cleveland.
I love Cleveland. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, we do get embarrassed on the national stage sometimes. If you look at, unfortunately, we had a pandemic when the NFL draft was here. We had a snowstorm, ice storm, hailing, everything during
That must
the
have hurt your
All-Star
feelings.
weekend.
I think you were truly let down during that NBA All-Star weekend experience because you were disappointed in the weather. You're like, we got all these people coming in from out of town. We're being put on a national stage, and then the weather is negative 25 degrees.
It
was so cold.
I didn't grow up, and we're down here right in front of Guardian Stadium, right in Progressive Field. I didn't grow up playing baseball in the cold weather,
right?
So I associate, because in my youth days, I always play in the summer, so it was always good weather in baseball. So as I got older and we started playing in April and the game started early, and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute,
get your hand warmers out.
Like we.
Speaking of that, hold on. So
you got had a whole gear on.
Wait a minute. Okay, so it is opening day. It is cold as heck out here. I must admit.
It's Cleveland out here.
And we're by the lake, too, so it makes it, it's extra crispy on my fingertips right here,
that
right?
part.
Matter of fact, where are my hand warmers out?
Yeah.
But hold on.
You can't clap your fingers
Josh,
and hand warmers.
How much does the weather affect your play as a player?
Well, it shouldn't affect it at all.
Ooh.
Because that's not a good enough reason. If fans pay good money for you to have any type of inkling that you're cold or affected by the weather. That's not good enough because both teams have to deal with the same condition. But Carlos Bier, like, you know, we have veterans, guys that played. I played in the cold. You getting millions of dollars. You gonna do it.
But my hands, if I'm
tub,
Ramirez and I come up to bat,
right,
and my hands are cold, if I do
well,
know.
guess what? Ramirez was sitting in the hot tub 3 batters before he had to get up, and he got his clothes on and he out there ready.
Okay,
so
he's
warm. So players intentionally get themselves ready. We used to put the little sweet sweat on, the Vaseline on, and everything keep us sweating, keep us game ready.
Right.
You know, and you know, I wanted to take it back a little bit, and we know that it's opening day, baseball is starting.
It's here,
but
baby.
also we have the draft coming up, right? And we had the NFL draft is coming up, and we had a lot of things talked on the show yesterday about that.
That was a good show, by the way.
It was a good
Shout
show.
out to you, Ryan. That was a good show. Mary
Ryan
Kay
asked
Cabot.
a bunch of questions. We were able to unload a lot of questions to Mary Kay Cabot. And it was an amazing opportunity because Mary Kay had an opportunity to hang out with Shedeur Sanders in Colorado and Dion and the Brown staff and to watch him up close and personal.
Right.
And they just started the music out here, so that'll keep everybody warm. Yeah, go ahead and dance.
And the sun is shining on our backs.
And we've been blessed to have the sun come out right when the show started. That's amazing.
Josh,
I love that.
His ADD kicked in. What were you going to say about the draft?
No, I was just saying we had the opportunity to ask Mary Kay a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna post a video soon. And a lot of the questions, one of the questions I asked her was, is Shedeur Sanders NFL ready? Meaning, can we draft him and he's the starter right away?
Right.
And she said unequivocally yes. Like, the Browns shouldn't be cute, shouldn't be no mystery,
no funny business,
no funny. He's ready right now.
Grab him.
Right. He's ready right now. And then Ryan asked a good question. He asked, Andrew Berry, can't, possibly keep this up longer, right? A 3-win season last year, right?
Yeah.
Can he afford to have this happen again? And is this a part of them drafting to keep their jobs? Mary Kay answered. She said no.
Right.
She believes that this staff is all in it. They're in it not just for this season, but the future. So, we got a lot of insight there. She had a lot of video. If you look at her social, Mary Kay Cabot, on X and on Instagram, she posted a lot of her videos and interviews with other podcasts.
As well.
Yeah,
right.
It was a lot of good insight. So if you did have a chance, check that show out from yesterday.
I don't want to overlook Travis Hunter though. So if we don't take him, because he's first rounder.
Right.
Somebody else gonna scoop him up, right?
Of course. I don't think it's a situation, and people said the Browns may move back up in the draft, but I don't think it's a situation. And we have our producer Ryan over here. He's off screen. He doesn't have a mic. Do you think it's and you could just give me a yes or a no with your head, because do you think it's an opportunity where the Browns could ever draft, let's say, Shedeur and then trade back up to get Travis Hunter, or vice versa? Do you think that's possible? It'll have to be vice versa. Drafting Travis and then trading back up to get
Is that
Shedeur.
Because everybody wants Travis?
Well,
why is that?
I think he's saying Travis won't drop that far. It's more likely that Shedeur may skip a few picks, and the Browns will be able to,
go back and get him?
Yeah, trade back up, maybe with their 33rd pick and the next year's first pick and something else, and get up. If that's a possibility, wow.
When we left the show yesterday, I started thinking, Travis Hunter, I don't know, I feel like he fits into the scrappiness of Cleveland. Like, he don't mind
AFC
playing.
North.
He playing both sides of the ball.
His comp, and Ryan, give me a yes or no on this. Do you think Travis Hunter, and he's off camera, do you think Travis Hunter fits in the mold of a Zay Flowers? That scrappiness, slot receiver, he can do it all, kind of speedster in the slot, because Zay Flowers was instrumental for the Baltimore Ravens. Do you think he could be that for us? Yes? Yeah, he said yes. And that's my comp for Travis Hunter on offense right now, being able to come right in and help the team and help any team right away. I would say you'll put him in a slot. He's not a big receiver. Even though he has a lot of athletic ability, he's the type of receiver I think that'll fit well in the slot, because those type of athletes that go in the slot, they're able to get reverses screens, quick throws, and things of that nature, which will get them the ball quick. However, he is a downfield threat.
Right.
No one's talking about Travis Hunter's defensive skills, though.
Right.
Like, he's a DB as well. So I think because the Browns have an opportunity to get him, and the Browns were excited about him being a receiver, that, he worked out as a receiver. I didn't see Travis Hunter at all work out as a DB, and for this pro day. He could have, got into, defensive back position against one of his own receivers and had Shador
but
throw
as a
some routes.
QB, your receivers make you look good, right?
They do.
Wouldn't that be nice? They could just come over here together.
If we got them both.
Oh, my goodness.
That would be
my Lord.
That would be a great recipe.
Yeah, it would.
And try to fill out the rest of the draft, but we have holes.
So will Shador play right away?
He will play right away.
Okay.
We already said Shador Sanders is NFL ready. And I think that's the most important thing. Yeah, he's ready.
Why is it always a QB? Is a QB ready, but when it comes to like a Travis Hunter,
because
he's already wide receiver's already ready automatically?
Because the job of the quarterback is so vast. You have to know the playbook. You have to know the play. It's like you have to be the commander, the teacher out there on the field. You can't just know the playbook. You have to know it in a way that you can teach it. Because there will be young receivers, maybe a Travis or maybe anybody else that come to the NFL that's going to forget an assignment. Yeah. That quarterback has to know that, hey, these things aren't right. We got to line up correctly. Hey, you do X, Y, Z. They have to be a student teacher of the game. And that's what sometimes a lot of people mean when they say, is that guy NFL ready? You have to be a coach out there on the field.
So it's not necessarily skill. It's about knowledge as well.
Knowledge as well. You have to bring them together. You have to be a coach out there on the field. You have to be that Peyton Manning type guy on the field. That's who he was when he played.
Enlighten me. Yesterday you were talking about Abdul Carter. Is that his name?
Yes, Abdul Carter at DN.
The DN. Okay, I was like, ooh, okay.
He's the opposite. He would play, we got him, he would play opposite of Myles Garrett.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
A value pick. And we stated that any one of those three, I think, would bring excitement to this team and to this city. Meaning that, we are doing things that's necessary for our team to win now. However, trading down, we think, maybe the Browns, it's a lot of food. I would say, hey, they fooled us. If they was to do that, then they feel like there's another quarterback, a value pick that they can get lower in the draft and trade out and get more picks to fill out the roster more.
Right.
That's not very likely considering the news that's coming out of Berea and, at Colorado's Pro Day.
When is draft day? Y'all wearing me out with this draft day stuff. When is it? It's coming up. Ryan, when's draft day? Last Thursday of April. No, what day? The 24th. Thanks, Nick. Nick Padone over there saying the 24th, but Nick know everything. He said the 24th. Because I'm excited to see what goes down.
Yeah, I am. And again, we're down here at the Thirsty Parrot.
Yeah.
This is right off of East 9th, right by the parking lot, Bolivar Road. That's where we pull in for the Cavs games as well. Yeah.
I did check out the just the Guardians website. And they have not just a schedule, they have theme nights. So today, if you come, you get like a Guardians, like some type of sticker to go in your car.
Really?
And they have like a barking. I didn't read. You know how you don't read the whole
Breeze
thing.
over. Yeah, you do that. You did that in school.
I don't know if you can bring your
Hey, Ryan,
dogs.
she did that in school. She kind of didn't read it.
What's
all
that
the
thing
way.
we would use? It's called Cliff Notes. They still got Cliff Notes, Ryan.
Hey.
They still got Cliff Notes.
She don't even know what those things. Those
No, it was
footnotes
one thing where
are
it said
called.
something about like barking dogs. I'm like, can you bring your dogs to the game?
Right.
It says sponsored by
Pets
Milk Bone.
They have a pet day. Yeah, where you can bring and
Y'all make sure y'all go to their website. They have so many theme days
I
coming
think your
up.
pet
I like
has
when
to be on. You definitely has to be on a leash.
It can't be your dog.
But nah,
it can't be major.
We gotta go. I took my dog because he's still a puppy. He's still learning.
He needs to evacuate our house.
I took him.
He's getting evicted.
I took our dog. I took the dog to the PetSmart to get some treats and some more food. And man, one of my arms was just so worn out from holding him back. He just loves people, but I keep telling him how he looks. He's, if you're not a dog lover, you're going to be, afraid of him.
And that's the thing. We came from having
he comes with.
No, we came from having a little Maltese poodle, like a little poodle, a little 5-pound dog,
His
to
energy.
this Doberman, and I didn't realize like he's kind of.
He's a dog. He's a big dog.
They judge him, Josh.
Yeah, his energy that he wants to play.
He's discriminated against because of his looks.
When he's running at you, it's like Cujo. And he just wants to lick your face. And
he looks a little
catch.
intimidating, but he's a sweetheart. But I'm like, man, nobody wants to come and pet him like they did Rohan.
He wants to softly bite you.
They run away.
You're supposed to bite him back.
Yeah.
And you guys are supposed to run around and play on your backs in the grass.
Yeah.
That's what our dog wants to do.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like
he's not going to be our dog for long. I got him listed on Craigslist.
Definitely
he's dog
not.
number 16. Look for the number
Definitely
16 on
not.
Craigslist.
That page will not exist.
So the show yesterday, Josh, you got everybody fired up, man. Talking about Kent State, you coaching.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I started thinking.
What you think about?
What about if some of the guys because you clearly stated that you want first dibs on all Kent State alumni
on their kids,
children who play well.
Oh my gosh, I was
you should
talking
get first
to one
rights
of
to
my
refusal.
players last night. I was talking to Josh Bostic. So his son is taller than him, about 2 inches
I seen
taller
him
than
at the Kent State camp.
Yeah, and Josh is tall.
Yeah.
So Bostic is like 6. I want to say
3,
6'3".
4. Yeah.
His son is about 6'5". And
which
he's
I'm
a
shocked
baller.
because Bostic's wife, remember Courtney,
Yeah.
tiny little thing.
She's about 5'2".
I know he's seen his son's growth chart. He was like, "Yes, baby."
So
them jeans pulling through, baby.
Yeah, he definitely was saying that.
Right.
I'm recruiting alumni players as their children.
Josh
so I'm waiting until Julian Edelman has a child. I'm gonna have to wait a long time for that. I might have to retire before then, but I've been waiting. So we got Antonio Gates. His son is a tight end. We got Josh Bostic. And their guys are playing at reputable programs. So Josh Bostic, his son is named Jacob Bostic. He just got hopped in the portal. He was with Iowa, then with Texas A&M.
Oh.
Now he's about to try and start if I don't scoop him up for the the Aztecs.
Oh wow!
So I am,
So you want first rights of refusal to any
my-
Kent State alumni whose kids are really play well in sports.
Oh yeah, definitely.
How much pressure is that though? Like, why does Izzy's great? He's great in baseball. Got a little rusty though because he didn't play in a couple of seasons. Great in basketball. What is it about football that y'all kids they just love so much?
Well, I think most kids will gravitate towards basketball because it's an inside sport.
Right.
And people, a lot of times the inside sport is what they play the most.
Mm-hmm.
But football is just that, it's the stardom, and when the stars that you see.
Right.
That, when they're growing up, when I was growing up, it was, Dion and, Jerome Bettis and, all the stars, Michael Irvin, and you wanted to be like whatever team was winning the championship.
Right.
You had everybody catching the ball and saying, oh, I'm trying to be like Moss. Just like
Randy
as a kid,
Moss,
when you playing basketball, everyone wanted to be like Mike.
Right.
They made the song, wanna be like Mike.
I
wanna be like Mike. So as a kid, it's the stardom. You see with the dances, the NFL dances that they do, that resonates with young youth.
Right.
And they want to grow up and do that. So, until we see Ramirez.
Or they want to do what their father's doing.
We see Jose Ramirez out there hitting a home run and then doing a dance down the first base and the third base line.
Uh-huh.
Youth may not gravitate towards baseball like that. You got
fans yelling your name. Man. They don't know you live.
What's up, guys?
They don't know you live on TV.
Yeah, we live.
Why Josh handles the fans. Look, calling all sports fans and golf lovers, get ready to tee off on a fan experience like no other at the Kaulig Companies Championship June 18th through the 22nd at Firestone Country Club. Watch PGA champions as they face off on the legendary South Course and then head to the Kaulig Infinity Zone for live music featuring Folds of Honor Friday. Folds of Honor Friday, okay, on June 20th. And then a special military appreciation concert and performance by country artist Connor Smith and the Shootouts. Shootout, baby. Wait a minute now, Josh.
Yeah.
The Kaulig Infinity Zone offers happy hour drink specials, food trucks, a cigar lounge, and hands-on interactive fan experiences. Visit KauligChampionship.com for tickets today.
Yeah,
we were there last year.
that was an
It was
awesome
amazing.
experience.
The food vendors, the food trucks they had there
Yeah.
were amazing. They provided you entertainment. It was just a nice experience.
Exactly, it was.
That was my first time at Firestone last year.
I wonder
He's spoiled. He goes all the time.
if anybody, and we do, because the Browns, we used to have our golf outing every year at Firestone.
Right.
And but off that really quick, I wonder if people who work at Kaulig, right, know that Matt Kaulig was an Akron Zip. He was a QB for Akron Zip.
I read his bio out there. It was like, he going to stop by the show. I said, you sure you want to stop by our show?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. You a rival. You a rival, Mr. Kaulig.
I wonder if he knows that I was a QB for Kent State.
Of course he knows.
And he should come through, and we should have some Kent State Akron Zip rival time.
Absolutely. Well, he's coming through on one of these shows today.
Yeah, I'm going to have to, Ryan, make sure that you let him know the Flashes stopped through and wanted to have a word.
We were looking for him.
With Kaulig. I was about to look up his stats and be like, okay, you was all 4 years. Oh, okay.
Well, his stats now, philanthropy and charity. He gives a lot to the community. He's heavily involved in giving back to the community. So it's it's amazing to see it.
I wanted to have some fun with him.
Ohio and doing big things.
I wanted to have some fun with him,
know
but he would have had a lot of bragging rights against me because of, and that's why I'm trying to go to Kent.
Right.
You know, because of those bragging rights that I can't even say now. I see Zips walking around because of the basketball. We were at the MAC tournament, and the Zips were in the championship.
Yeah. Did the Zip come over and pat you on the head, Josh?
No, the Zipperoo thing when I was going to see.
He said the Zipperoo thing.
What is that?
He's a kangaroo. And Ryan's like, I don't know.
Anteater.
I went to Cincinnati.
The Anteaters.
Are you Ryan Bearcats? Yeah, Bearcats.
Yeah, he's a Bearcat. I always,
you call
because
the
they're
Akron Zip kangaroo Anteater?
Yeah, the Anteaters that's on, yeah.
Oh, Josh firing shots. He said, I need to do something with y'all's mascot. He don't look like what he's supposed to look like.
The Jolly Kangaroo. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just closing the show, you guys. Look, it's opening day. Go Guards. Thank you so much to Kaulig Companies having us out here at the Thirsty Parrot downtown.
Come holler at your boy.
I'm going inside the